about what happened that not even we did. Apparently, she knew about Mitsuru-san and her friends from the start.
I know, right? It does feel weird. What's up, Uncle Phil?
Thanks to her, though, we got some good information.
Well then, let's get everyone up to speed on what happened using that info.
Yosuke's right. So much has happened these past few days that none of us had a good grasp on at all. We need to sort through what we've learned again.
What was it that started it all? Midnight Channel again, I guess. I thought I was dreaming for a good chunk of it, so it's not really hitting me.
Boy, I miss this music from Persona 4. Oh man, it's all starting to come back to me now. The Midnight Channel, that TV world we had hoped to restore peace in, it ended up being used by someone else in the Labrys incident. Labrys is the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. A girl with a mechanical body who was stolen from the Kurijo Group, one of Japan's biggest conglomerates. Someone threw her into the TV world. But Labrys faced her other suppressed self there, and by accepting it, she awoke to a persona that mostly wrapped things up. However...
So who exactly was it that put Labrys inside the TV? And why?
At first, I thought the culprit was jealous of my popularity and tried to break us friends up.
But that wasn't it. Their goal was to disrupt our hearts by making us fight each other, and then steal our personas after they returned to being shadows.
Naoto said as much too.
I don't know. Turning them back to shadows and stealing them. That doesn't sound like something just anyone could pull off.
Maybe not, but we know for certain that the culprit was using that method to try and gather powerful shadows.
Gathering shadows, huh? That's definitely not something any normal person would do.
The atmosphere darkens after Yosuke's remark. During the silence, I record the events leading up to yesterday. We are once again entered the TV world to figure out why the Midnight Channel was broadcasting again. What we found there was a strange fighting tournament called the P1 Grand Prix. At the heart of it was Labrys. Having gone through several trials as a weapon with a heart, he gave birth to her shadow, a suppressed version of herself, which twisted her dream of wanting to be a normal schoolgirl. It all resulted in the P1 Grand Prix designed to pit people against their friends. After we entered the TV, we got wrapped up in battle just like Labrys' shadow planned, and we were forced to fight one another. But we also met members of the mysterious organization known as the Shadow Operatives, who were in search of Labrys and their leader Mitsuru Kurijo, the CEO of the Kurijo Group. It was with their help that we conquered the tournament. They were using the power of personas before we were. It was reassuring in a way to meet people who deal with shadows day in and day out. But the case isn't over yet. We couldn't find out why the culprit put Labrys in the TV to begin with. We don't even know who did it. Mitsuru-san and her people seem to have some idea, but that doesn't mean we can ignore what happened in our town. So we made the decision to investigate the case on our own too.
That reminds me, how are things inside the TV?
The thought suddenly crosses my mind, so I asked Teddy. After we settled the first case, the TV world turned into a beautiful place, but it wasn't that way anymore during the P1 Grand Prix. I wonder what happened there after we saved Labrys.
Still the same. It should go back to normal eventually, but the P1 Grand Prix had such an effect that it's still noisy there. Oh, but...
Huh? But what? Quit mumbling and just spit it out.
It's hard to say for sure, but I sense these weird presences. They feel kinda like shadows, but not really.
Weird presences? You mean there's something strange in there?
I don't really know.
What could it be? The culprit, maybe?
Maybe, but maybe not.
We all look at each other after hearing Teddy's evasive answer. Something in the TV world, it can only be a shadow, someone besides us who knows about that world, or someone who can use a persona.
Huh? How would that make sense? The culprit wasn't a persona user, right?
He did say that he used Labrys because he couldn't enter the TV world himself.
That's right. The only people who can enter the TV world are persona users. For a normal person to get in, they would have to enter alongside a persona user. If someone who doesn't have a persona falls in, for whatever reason, they're in serious danger. Even the shadows already dwelling there on their own shadow might end up killing them.
So, wouldn't that mean this weird thing Ted's talking about can't be our bad guy? Or maybe the culprit can shove people into a TV even though he's not a persona user.
I can understand Kanji's doubts, but unfortunately we don't have enough information right now to say either way.
There's one more thing that bothers me.
What is it?
It's something Naota said.
So everyone went out to left me yesterday. She said that when Mitsuru-san's plane was hijacked as a diversion from Labrys' kidnapping, the hijackers had no memory of their actions. They might have been brainwashed or hypnotized, but either way, it couldn't have been done by a normal person.
There's so much we don't know.
No matter what the culprit was trying to do, if he was after us in the TV world, I doubt this case will wrap itself up.
I agree. Oh, then does that mean...
Too bad for Mitsuru-san, but we're gonna ignore her request not to get involved.
When Mitsuru-san and her people left, they told us not to get involved in any further with this case. We knew why they said that, of course. They were worried about our safety. Still...
So the investigation team's back in business.
Yup. Feel a little bad doing this to Mitsuru-san, but we can't just leave this be. We can fight too. And heck, this is our town, so it's practically our duty to do this.
I'm in too. After all, I am Labby-chan's knight. Plus, I can't sit on the sidelines after seeing what this culprit did to my world. It had gotten so peaceful thanks to you guys.
I knew they felt this way, but I nodded firmly after seeing no one still in agreement.
So it's decided.
We have to return the favor of getting stuck with those strange epithets, too.
Everyone looks away briefly after hearing this. Those nonsense nicknames that got broadcast during the P1 Grand Prix made no small stir in our daily lives. Although personally...
About that makes me so mad! What was that carnivore whose discarded womanhood stuff all about? I could swear people cross the street now when they see me!
Really? I was actually pretty impressed.
Huh? Is that how you think of me, Yuka?
No, that's not what I meant.
That reminds me. You seem to like that Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel nickname.
Did he?
Sensei, have you awakened to a new name? Should I call you Kingpin from now on?
I'm Kingpin! I wonder if just my imagination that what Yosuke said just now hurt worse than the nickname. All I meant with those nicknames weren't that bad. Still, I admit, I was honestly impressed at how precise each of those taunts were in striking at each of our hang-ups.
This sure has turned out to be some golden week. And after you took the time to come see us, too.
No kidding. Shit got stirred up the day you came back. Like someone planned it that way.
Everyone nods at Kanji's words. Everyone except Yosuke. Unlike the others, he just shoots me a slightly bleak glance. I know what it means, but I'll let him say it.
That actually does still bother me a bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, I guess the timing? It's like whoever did this was waiting for you to come back.
I agree with him. The incident with Lapis happened right when I returned to Inaba for Golden Week. It was timed as if whoever set this up was just waiting for me to get back in town.
Well, I guess there's no need to think about that now. Oh yeah, where's Marie-chan?
She's elusive as always. It looked like she was buying something at Sozai Daikaku the other day.
What? Nobody told Emi-chan that Sensei was visiting?
Well, it is Marie-chan we're talking about. I'm sure she's noticed that Yukun's back.
Marie, she was another one involved in the first case we solved here in Inaba. I know Marie. We helped her regain her lost memories, and now she protects this town as a minor goddess and supports townspeople here.
Huh? Then, why hasn't she shown up? I mean, if she knew that Senpai's back, you'd think she'd be the first to show.
What the? Where'd that lightning come from all of a sudden?
Oh, look at those insane rain clouds. It's gonna start pouring soon for sure.
That's when I noticed that the thick crowd of customers here has gotten pretty sparse. As if the fallen family's coming back inside, we also get up from our seats.
Jeez, the weather report has been way off the mark lately.
Oh, sorry, that's mine. Hello? Oh, Kase-san.
We move away from Yukiko a little to talk.
That reminds me, Labris is a robot, right? Would she rust if she got caught out in the rain?
Nah, I doubt it. The Kirijo group developed her after all, and they wouldn't be that cheap.
Mid-chan's group sure is amazing. Her stuff is way better than Junes brand electronics.
Shut up! Don't go dissing your own employer.
As Yosuke and Teddy snipe at each other, Chie gazes up to the cloud sky. When she notices me looking at her, she shakes her head, telling me not to worry.
Labris is with Mitsuru-san and her friends, right? I wonder how she's doing.
After the P1 Grand Prix, Labris joined Mitsuru's Shadow Operators, since she has the persona now. Even as we speak, she and her companions are probably chasing the culprit who threw her in the TV.
Don't worry, I'm sure she's doing fine. If all goes well, we'll see her again in no time.
I wonder how long is this? Yeah, since we made our decision to stick our noses in this case, that means we're after the same thing Labris and the Shadow Operators are. Seems possible we might meet up with Labris again somewhere soon. Then again, we're doing this without Mitsuru-san's permission, so I can't say I'm eager to run into them.
Yeah, you're right. Man, I should stop being such a worrywart.
Hey, looks like Yukiko-senpai's off the phone.
Oh, welcome back, Yukiko. What was the call about?
It was the inn. It seems a group of our guests is still out. We didn't have any umbrellas ready for them, so I think a lot of them will come back drenched. Sorry, I have to go back for a bit.
Oh, right. I forgot this is a busy time for the Amagi Inn, too.
Actually, shouldn't we be heading home ourselves? Ugh, if this keeps up, I bet it'll keep raining into the night.
Raining, huh? That thing's not gonna come on again, is it?
Everyone turns around at Yosuke's words. He says that thing, but we all know what he means. He's talking about the Midnight Channel, which came on at midnight on a rainy day. The river was just like this during the incident with Labris too. As if to break the silence, we hear another roar of thunder, closer than the one a moment ago.
In any case, let's meet up again tomorrow to check up on the TV world.
Okay, I'll see you all here tomorrow. And I'll make sure to let Rise-chan know, too.
I'll call up Naoto-kun, though I don't know yet if she'll be able to make it.
Cool deal. Well, see you guys tomorrow.
We hastily end the investigation team meeting before it starts raining. As I see Yosuke starting to leave after everyone else, I ask him about the issue he raised earlier.
What do you think, Yosuke? about the timing of all of this.
Oh, that.